It's 4:30 in the morning, it's mid-December. You picked up the night shift, needed the extra cash. And this is the first moment you've had to sit quietly, alone with your thoughts. Is this really my life? Feels like I've been living the same day on loop for the past 5 years. I did everything I was supposed to do. Worked hard in school, got into college, took the safe route, just like they said I should. Welcome to life. Wake up, go to school. Finish school, move on to college. Rack up some debt. Find a job. Spend the rest of your life working to pay it off. Grind during the week, drink on the weekends. Sounds great, right? No, not for everyone. For some of us, playing it safe was never really an option. This thing we call life, you only get one shot at it. And I'm sure you don't want to spend it doing what someone else tells you to do. Now, some people might be okay with that, and that's totally fine. But for those of you still watching this, you already know that's not you. The comfort zone. A simple idea, really, easy to understand. Every single thing we do in our lives, every decision, falls into one of two categories: inside the comfort zone, or outside of it. The further you step outside, the more mental resistance you'll feel. See, the comfort zone has one job and one job only: to keep you in it. It wants to keep you feeling safe and at ease. And sure, when you hear that, it doesn't even sound bad. Safe and comfortable, that's what we all want, right? Well, in a perfect world, maybe. But this world, it's far from perfect. See, your comfort zone doesn't care how you feel. Its only mission is to keep you alive. And one of the ways it does that is by shrinking. The more time you spend inside it, the smaller it becomes. Like when you skip the gym for a few days, when you finally try to go back, that first step feels 10 times harder than it should. That's your comfort zone, shrinking. So what's the fix? You need a shift in mindset. Every time you're given the chance to step outside that comfort zone, recognize it for what it really is, an opportunity. At first, it'll feel impossible. But just flip the switch. Say yes when everything in you wants to say no. Now, that doesn't mean agreeing to everything, but the things you know are good for you, lean into those. Turn that fear into something else, something like excitement. There's you, and there are your dreams. What's standing in the way? Two simple things: the work, and the doubt. That's it. Step 1 is what we've just talked about, stepping outside the comfort zone. Once you've done that, only a few real obstacles remain. First, the work. And that part, you'll have to figure out along the way. Different paths come with different steps. Different goals require different kinds of work. But honestly, if you already know where you're heading, this shouldn't be too hard. Want to start a business? Focus on building an undeniable product or service. Dreaming of the NBA? Train every day. Push yourself until you're playing at a professional level. You already know what needs to be done. So stop making excuses. But what if you're not capable? What if you fail? For most of us, that's the one thing keeping us from where we want to be, the fear of failure. But where does that fear really come from? When you break it down, it's ego. You're not really afraid of taking the risk, you're afraid of how it'll look if you fail. But deep down, we all know, things are never as bad as they seem at first. Most of life's biggest risks? They look like oceans. But they're really just puddles. Wide, yes, but shallow. They feel overwhelming from the outside. But once you're in, you'll realize there's not much to fear. And every time, you'll come out the other side better than you were before. You literally cannot fail, if you just don't give up. Take this channel, for example. A year of failed attempts, then suddenly, it looked like an overnight success. Not taking the risk? That's the real risk. There's no cheat code here. You'll be scared. You will fail. I have no doubts about that. But when you look back a few years from now, you'll be so thankful you decided to bet on yourself.